Our next guest is the reigning ACC Women's Basketball Player of the Year and the Defensive Player of the Year. Brianna Turner started all 29 games she played in last year and averaged 14.6 points and 7.3 rebounds per game while leading the Irish to a 33-2 record and a spot in the NCAA Sweet 16. She already ranks second in Irish history in field goal percentage and shots blocked average and ranks sixth nationally among active players in shots blocked per game this season. Maybe the best news that we can pass along is that the injured shoulder Brianna had surgery on in April is almost back to 100%. We're happy about that, and we're happy that Brianna has been able to spend some time with us on today's show.
Thanks, Jack. Jack keeps stealing my first question with his introduction. We got to coordinate this. How is the shoulder?
It's doing really well. Of course, it's been a long rehab process, but we have great trainers here, and I just kind of progressed well, and now I'm back playing.
It was a long rehab process. I saw you all wrapped up, walking around. What is the progression through that? What do you can't do anything for a period of time, right?
Right. So I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even ride the bike initially. But then after a few weeks, I was able to start riding the bike. A few weeks after that, I was able to start jogging on the treadmill and kind of progressing from like a jog to like a run, then to a sprint. Then I couldn't shoot until about August, so that was just something else just to worry about in the back of my head. But now I'm back shooting, running. I've been practicing, so it feels good.
Do you still have some limitations?
It feels good so far. It hasn't bothered me at all in practice, so.
That's good. That's good. I can watch the coaches when I'm at your practices, sort of holding their breath occasionally. But I'm thrilled that it feels good. How have the practices been so far?
They've been really competitive, which is just great for us. I think we really set the tone early in our practices. We have a really great group of practice guys. They always block our shots, so we're getting better at working on our shot fakes a lot in practice. So.
The rebounding has been intense too with those guys. It's You got to fight for every board with that group.
For sure. We have 6'6" plus guys that are just towering over us. I'm pretty sure it's over the back. The coach doesn't like to call it, but I would say it's over the back. But we really have to work on our box house with them.
Now, having said this and described you guys playing against the practice squad that includes 6'6" guys, I was there the other day. I think you won 38-34 or something during a segment. You guys look really good.
Yeah, we had our first scrimmage against the guys, and I'm not going to lie, the past 2 years we have took losses against the guys. So this year we are very excited to win.
There's a fair amount of continuity from this year to last. I mean, a couple of people who were certainly contributors and added a lot to the team aren't with us. But on the other hand, a lot of talent back. And let's start with the point guard, the person who runs the show. Lindsay's been with us 4 years now. She must know this offense as well as Muffet does.
For sure. Lindsay is definitely our go-to person. She is literally the heart of our team. Anybody has a question, whether you're a post or a guard, you need to go ask Lindsay. Like if I'm confused, I'm like, Lindsay, where do I need to go? And she's just such a smart player on and off the court.
One of the things I love about this program, and Coach stresses it all the time, is it's got this very consistent culture, but you pass it on to each other. I mean, it really is. There's this remarkable sort of transference of the key cultural elements of this team that sort of happens over the summer, right?
Oh, for sure. We're here that 6 weeks in the summer, and that's really an important time to introduce a freshman to the offense and just to get into our flow and make sure we merge together well, because this is a brand new team. Of course, we lose our seniors, but we gain our new freshmen, so it's just really a time to grow together.
Some notable freshmen joining us this year. Give us a little scouting report on them.
For sure. Jackie Young, she's from Indiana, all-time leading scorer, guys and girls. So, of course, you already know she's going to be a great scorer for us. And I just noticed in practice how she's such a great defender, which going to help us a lot this season. Then Erin Bowley, she has the potential to be the top three-point shooter in the country. Literally, she came in shooting lights out. I was like, wow, her release is quick. I'm like, is this Erin? Is this Steph Curry? It's sometimes confusing because the quickness she gets her shots off, it's just so hard to even, by the time you put a hand up, she's already released it. So she's going to be really great for us on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked very comfortable out there, like they stepped right in and can play. And Jackie seems very athletic.
Oh, for sure. She's jumping out the gym already, and she picks up things really quickly, which is really great for a freshman.
Yeah. Now, you work a lot with CO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Carol Owen. how does that relationship evolve? And you know, in basketball, where you've got a coach who's very focused on a position group, and each of the coaches are divided that way, how much time do you spend with her versus the other coaches?
Of course, I spend a lot more time with CO than I do with Beth or Niel, and she's just a really great position coach. Even in practice, she's always giving me hints, or we'll be watching film, and she'll like, Bree, you need to cut this way and not cut that way. So she's really smart with the game and knows where I need to be.
The team comes into the season with really high expectations, for good reason. A lot of talent, a lot of success in recent years. How do you feel about that?
I think we're just all really excited. We're ready to get back out there and play again. We just started our official practices these past couple of weeks, so I think we're just really excited to go out there and play.
Now, will you get some time off this week before you really get going?
Oh, yes. Tomorrow we're actually have practice in the morning, and then we're heading to Chicago for a career event. Then we get to go home tomorrow night through Sunday, so I get to spend a few days at home.
Oh, that's great. What's the career event?
Just like kind of event for us to just showcase our career talents, I guess. But we're meeting with like some people in downtown Chicago and just kind of getting a vibe for like the world after college, like post basketball.
Oh, that's great. I know some of our other teams have done that. Baseball did it in Chicago. Women's lacrosse has done it in New York, and men's lacrosse has a long history of doing that in New York, and it pays great dividends. So it's great to see you guys do that. You guys have your typical killer pre-conference schedule. You play so many top 25 teams. How do you feel about that? Any risk that wears you out, or you just welcome that?
We for sure welcome it. It's really exciting to play top teams, and I actually really like playing top teams at their place. I think just having that atmosphere, and it's just really exciting. It's just the crowd's going, and both teams are very competitive, so it's really exciting atmosphere to be in. What
have been the visiting gyms that have made the most impression on you that way? Toughest places to play, maybe, or the ones you've enjoyed quieting the crowd the most?
Tough place to play, I would say. Last year we played at South Dakota State, and the game had been sold out for like 8 months before we even got there. They had like signs. It was a small gym, but like the amount of people there was crazy, overwhelming.
You know, I'm sure if I asked that question of people from other schools, they'd name our place quite frequently. You know, we're always in the top 5 in attendance in the country, really loyal fans. You know, that's got to transfer to the team and give it some energy, I would think.
For sure. I mean, we know when we come out to a home game, we're going to have over 8,000 people watching us in their green T-shirts cheering on the Irish, so it's really exciting, versus sometimes we go to away games, they don't have as many people, so we're kind of like, wow, like we have a really great home base here. Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. One of the developments in this off season is that Coach McGraw, who's in her 30th season, was named one of the Wooden Award Legends coaching recipients. So you're coached by a legend now. You know, she won't talk to me anymore. She's a legend. But any difference coaching you guys? No, she's still her same self. She's been great with us, and of course she's with an elite group with Tara Vanderveer and with Pat Summitt, and that just goes to show like the legacy Coach McGraw has built here for us. Yeah, it is remarkable. It's hard, you know, it's hard to keep track because everything's a milestone now, and you know, moving up the ranks nationally. We're so fortunate to have her and have her built the program which she has built. We've talked about the players and what they'll contribute. We've talked about the coaches. Where does the leadership come from in the squad this year? I think a lot of it comes from LA. She's, of course, our point guard. But I think bits and pieces come from other people as well. Coco, she's a redshirt junior, but she's definitely made the most improvement from last season to this season. And she's been more vocal for us. And also Catherine Westbelt, my also junior classmate. She's been really helpful to the freshmen. Again, had the opportunity to watch you practice a few times so far this year. And you're right, Coco looks a lot different. That's been a great development, and I'm sure one you'll welcome. Oh, for sure. I think just her confidence has skyrocketed now. I mean, I talked about the practice players. She's the one that's doing all the scoring against the practice players. Like, they can't stop her. We can't stop her. So I really can't wait to see Coco this season. You guys have established an incredible record in the ACC since you've joined it, and it's such a tough basketball conference. What challenges does it present, or how do you view competing in the ACC? ACC is definitely a tough conference to play in. I mean, we know we're going to have a tough game, whether it's home or away, and it's just filled with such great players, so we always know we're going to have a tough game, tough matchups. Yeah, to get you ready for postseason. For sure, I think our conference really does prepare us for postseason, which I think that's what we need. Like, we need to have some tough games now so that we're ready during the tournament.
Well, I have no doubt that you'll be ready when tournament time comes around. But between now and then, I can't wait to watch you guys and see you play again this year. It's going to be a really exciting season, and we are thrilled that you're healthy and ready to go. So thanks so much for joining us. Have a great season, and we'll be back in a minute.
Thank you.
We represent the greatest university in the world. Let's carry that pride tonight onto this field, and let's play for Notre Dame, and let's play for Our Lady. That's how we're playing today. I don't know what next week holds, or the week after, or 3 weeks down the road, but tonight, that's how we're playing this football game.
Caught beautifully.